वैष्णव जन तो तेने कहिए जे पीर पराई जाने समदृष्टि तृष्णा त्यागी परते गे मात रे जिह्वा थकी असत्य न बोले परधन न बधाए हाथ रे वैष्णव जन तो तेने कहिए जे पीड़ पराई जाने मोह माया व्यापी नहीं जेने दृढ़ वैराग्य जना मन मान रे राम नाम शो ताड़ी लागे सकल तीरथ देना तन मान रे वैष्णव जन तो तेने कहिए जे पीड़ पराई जाने दर्शन करता थोड़े को तेरे तराया रे वैष्णव जन को तेने कहिए जे पीड़ पराई जाने रे पर दुखे उपकार करे तोए मन अभिमान नाणे रे वैष्णव जन को तेने कहिए जे पीड़ पराई जाने रे वैष्णव जन तो तेने कहिए जे पीड़ पराई जाने रे।
सत्य अहिंसा का था वो पुजारी, कभी न जिसने हिम्मत हारी। सांस दी हमें आज़ादी की, जन जन जिसका है बलिहारी। Dear friends, parents and teachers, as we all aware that 2nd October is celebrated as Gandhi Jayanti, birth anniversary of the father of our nation. Mohandas Karamchand Gandhi is popularly known as Bapu. He was one of those few leaders whose values, philosophy and ideas have imprinted in the minds of India's young generation. His legacy is still remembered till death. And again on 2nd October, we remember the birth anniversary of another stalwart freedom struggle who shares his birthday with Bapu. I am talking about the 3rd Prime Minister of India, Lal Bahadur Shastri. Some people immortalize themselves by good deed. Gandhiji was one of them. His life is inspiration not for every Indian but for every person who lives on this earth. People born and die, but some people, even after their death, lives behind the dark of light that striving the path of followers. सत्य का तेल अहिंसा की बत्ती दुनिया सारी जलती रहे, तेरे पद चिन्हों पर बापू दुनिया सारी चलती रही. Here are my friends who are going to share some incident from Bapu's life. I am sure it will inspire all of us.
Mohan was very shy. As soon as the school bell rang, he collected his books and hurried home. Other boys chatted, stopped on the way. Some played, others ate. But Mohan went always straight home. He was afraid that the boys will stop him and make fun of him. One day, the inspector of schools, Mr. Gills, came into Mohan's schools. He read out 5 English words and told students to write them down. Mohan wrote 4 words correctly, but he could not spell the 5th one, kettle. By seeing Mohan's hesitation, his teacher made a sign behind the teacher's back to copy the word from your neighbor's slate. Mohan ignored his sign. All the students wrote 5 words correctly, but Mohan wrote only 4. When the inspector left the class, his teacher scolded him. "I told you to write the word from your neighbor," said angrily. "Couldn't you do that properly?" Mohan went home that evening. Mohan was not unhappy. He knew that he had done right. But the thing made him sad was the teacher said him to cheat.
I have no fear. That is why I am unarmed. That is what ahimsa is about. When he visited the northwest frontiers to meet his Pathan supporters, he was dwarfed by their height. They were tall and rugged, all carried guns. "Are you afraid?" he asked them. "Why else would you carry guns?" They stared at him, stunned into silence. No one had ever dared to question their courage. "I have no fear," continued Gandhiji. "That is why I am unarmed. That is what ahimsa is about." The leader of the group, Khan Abdul Zafar Khan, threw down his gun and the others followed suit.
Soon after Gandhiji returned from South Africa, a meeting of Congress was held in Bombay. Kaka Sahib Kalelkar went there to help. One day, Kaka Sahib found Gandhiji anxiously searching around the desk. "What's the matter? What are you looking for?" Kaka Sahib asked. "I have lost my pencil," Gandhiji answered. It was only so big. Kaka Sahib was upset to see Gandhiji wasting time and worrying about a little pencil. He took out his own pencil and offered to him. No, I want my own pencil," Gandhiji insisted like the stubborn child. "Well, use it for time began," said Kaka Sahib. "I will find your pencil later. Now, don't waste time looking for it. You don't understand. The pencil is very precious to me. The Natason's little son gave it to me in Madras. They gave me with so much love and affection. How can I bear to lose it?" Kaka Sahib do not agree anymore and joined at the Gandhiji in search. At last, they got a teeny pencil barely 2 inches long, but Gandhiji was delighted to get back to him. It was the ordinary pencil, but it was the token of child love, and to Gandhiji, child love is very precious.
Children love visiting Gandhiji. A little boy who was there one day was greatly distressed to see the way Gandhiji was dressed. Such a great man, yet he doesn't even wear a shirt. He wondered, "Why don't you wear a kurta, Gandhiji?" He couldn't help asking him finally. "Where is the money, son?" Gandhiji asked gently. "I am very poor. I can't afford a kurta," he said. The boy's heart was filled with pity. "My mother sews well," he said. "She makes all my clothes. I will ask her to sew a kurta for you." "How many kurtas can your mother make?" Gandhiji asked. "How many do you need?" asked the boy. 1, 2, 3. She will make as many as you want." Gandhiji thought for a moment. Then he said, "But I am not alone, son. It wouldn't be right for me to be the only one to wear a kurta." "How many kurtas do you need?" The boy persisted. "I will ask my mother to make as many as you want. Just tell me how many you need." "I have a very large family, son. I have 40 crore brothers and sisters," Gandhiji explained. "Till every one of them has a kurta to wear, how can I wear one? Tell me, can your mother make kurtas for all of them?" At this question, the boy became very thoughtful. 40 crore brothers and sisters? Gandhiji was right. After all, the whole nation was Gandhiji's family, and he was the head of that family. He was their friend, their companion. What use would one kurta be to him?
Most people have lost a pen at some time or the other. So did Gandhi. He had a costly fountain pen which was pilfered. The pen was immediately replaced, but the theft pained him. Henceforth, he decided that he would not use anything so attractive that would tempt someone to steal it. He began using a pen holder and a nib, but even this did not last forever. For the nib once got bent, he had to send Manu Ben to get a new one.
This was a loss of time when every moment was precious. Even a few minutes delay could upset a whole day's schedule. When Manu Behan returned, she found Bapu sharpening the other end of the wooden holder. Why? She wanted to know. At which Gandhi said, "Now the point of my nib will never get curved." In olden days, people used such guitars for writing purpose. Using them made handwriting better. Now he had a pen that would neither be stolen or spoiled. And do you know that the first letter to be penned with such guitars was written to Lord Mountbatten?
Gandhiji said, "You must not lose faith in humanity. Humanity is like an ocean. If a few drops of the ocean are dirty, the ocean does not become dirty."
Gandhiji said, "Freedom is not worth having if it does not include the freedom to make mistakes."
Gandhiji said, if we want to reach real peace in this world, we should start educating children.
By education, I mean an all-round drawing of best in child and man in body, minds and spirit.
Gandhiji said, glory lies in the attempt to reach one's goal and not in reaching it.
Gandhiji said, "I cannot conceive a greater loss than of one's self-respect."
Gandhiji said, the best way to find yourself is to lose yourself in the service of others.
Gandhiji said that the future depends on what you do today.
Gandhiji said that if I have the belief that I can do it, I shall acquire the capacity to do it, even if I may not have it at the beginning.
Gandhiji said, "Earth provides enough to satisfy every man's need, but not every man's greed."
Gandhiji says, happiness is when what you think, what you say, and what you do are in harmony.
Gandhiji said, "Service which is tendered without joy helps neither the servant nor the served."
Gandhiji said, when you are confronted with opponent, conquer him with love.
Gandhiji said, I object to violence, but when it appears to do good, the good is temporary and the evil is permanent.
Gandhiji said, to entertain a heart by an act is better than 1,000 heads bowing in prayer.